Good morning, everyone. Myself, Vivek Pangade, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, Science of Technology, Rajankunte, Bengaluru. Today, we're going to see some of the concepts like database application development. In that first one, assessing databases from application. Right. So, what is database application means here? We'll just consider an example like Flipkart or Amazon. This is some of the e-commerce websites. Some of the e-commerce websites are going to use the DBMS as the backend application. In front-end application, they're going to use any programming language like Java, Python, or C language or C++ language. So they're going to merge. They're going to combine both DBMS, that is SQL language, along with the programming language. Those language we say it as a host language, right? So they are going to embed the DBMS commands. They're going to embed the DBMS commands with the general purpose programming languages. So this we say it as a application development. So like Amazon or Flipkart, they are going to use the backend as the SQL in order to store the database, and front-end application in order to retrieve the data from the backend. So those concept we say it as a embedded database system. So for this type of how to identify that SQL is embedded or not, so we're going to prefix with embedded SQL is the string exec followed with the SQL. If we find this exec followed with the SQL, we can easily identify that this is a what embedded SQL, nothing but some programming language has been used in with the DBMS command. So, in order to compile, in order to execute these type of commands, we have a pre-compiler. We have some of the pre-compiler or pre-processors that can easily scans the source program code, and it going to separate the DBMS statements and the programming statements. In database environment system, for application programmer, what it will do actually there are two compilers. One compiler in order to separate the database statements from the program, and after separating only the programming part will be sent to the pre-compiler, and it will send the SQL statement is sent to the DML compiler. So, in the database we have two compilers. One compiler is going to compile the SQL statement, and other going to compile the programming language statements. So, and while writing the code, that is embedded SQL, we have some of the libraries. So, like in programming language, like in C program, we have some libraries called std.h, cont.h in the C, and mat.h. These are some of the libraries we are going to use in the programming language. The same way, these in library, there are some of the inbuilt libraries are there. We're going to use in the embedded SQL. Then we're going to see with the SQLJ, embedding SQL commands in Java. SQLJ means we're going to embed it. Where the programming language we used here Java, we're going to embed it with the DBMS called SQL. So SQL can be embedded in an object-oriented programming language, that is the Java language. So SQLJ is a standard and adopted by the several vendors because Java is a platform free. So any user or any customer can easily take this Java and they can use in his system. That is the main reason why the SQLJ is been adopted by the many vendors. So this SQLJ translator, it is going to convert the SQL statement into Java, which can be executed through the JDBC interfaces. So SQLJ will having a combination of SQL code along with the SQL statement. This SQL statement will be translated by the SQL translator that will convert into Java statement, and the Java statement can be executed through JDBC interfaces. And there are some of the libraries we're going to import in the SQLJ. That is import java.sql star, import java.io star, import oracle.sql star, etc. We have many more libraries need to import while writing the Sqlj code. The program first connect to the desired database using the function called get connection. Means I have written the front-end application. This front-end application should get connect to the backend application, that is DBMS. This front-end application should get connect to the backend application, that is DBMS. In order to connect the front-end and backend application, we're going to use the function called as get connection function call. So how to do this one? And in order to give the data type, in order to give the variables in the Sqlj like string, d name, SSN, first name, then character objects, middle initial, integer, d number. Like this, we're going to use we're going to assign the programming variables in the Sqlj. So this is one example. Simple example says that it reads an employee's SSN and prints some of the employee's information from the database. So SSL equal to read entry. This read entry will be acting as a scanner function. This is the variable name. SSL equal to read entry. Enter a social security number. You are going to give the social security number. Try and catch function. If try and catch function basically used if in the execution of the code, if there any error occurs, it going to except you're going to give exception at that place only. That is the main reason of using try and catch function. Try open as SQL. This is the embedded SQL select. So select first name, middle initial, last name, address and salary into right. First name is of varchar, middle initial of character, last name of varchar. You will assign the data type here. Assign is the data type values, address of varchar and salary of float. All these variables, all these attributes are from the table employee, where SSN equal to colon SSN. So result will be stored in the SSN. And catch function, if there any error occur, we're going to accept it. So system, if no error is there, so system dot out of println sufficient source number does not exist, then SSN return. If SSN is match, then this query will get executed. If SSN is not match, that rating comes out and show the display right. Social security number does not exist, and it will print the if social security is matches, then it going to print like system dot out of println first name plus, which indicates the space here. It indicates space, first name space, then the result, middle initial space, then the result, last name space and result, address space name and result, last salary place name. That is any value of this salary. Example, first name like Bob, middle initial B, last name is John, address is Bangalore, then salary is 40,000. Like that, it going to display. In Java, exceptions are used for error handling. A special expression called SQL exception is used to return errors. The SQL exception is going to use to provide an error handling. So we're going to use the error handling operation. So syntax for this one: operation return type, operation name, parameter, throws SQL exception, input operation. Sqlj, the embedded SQL commands within Java program are prescribed by SQL. As explained, the embedded SQL going to be going to identify the help of as SQL. It can be identified by the preprocessor. Into class is going to be here. Into it is going to use for returns the attribute value retrieved from the database and by an SQL query. This is how we're going to use the I'm going to assign the values or try to write the attributes or try to write the program by using the